Yo, what's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy Burn Chicken coming at you guys with another video. And today, I'm going to be recreating my two-way through-level facilitator. It is the most underrated build in the game. And also at the end of the video, I'm going to show you guys some clips so that you guys don't like underestimate this build, because it literally can do everything. I've been using this build a lot lately. Like even in the ante up, I'll run the point guard and I'll play. I'll be like the main point guard with this build, and I will also play on ball defense. Like whoever has the ball, that's who I'm gonna guard. This build is the most slept on build in the game. You know, a lot of people, like I play with a lot of randoms. One time, a couple days ago, I matched up with these randoms, and they were just like, when they were looking at my defensive badges, and he saw that I had on gold pick dodger. He was like, "Oh man, I'm not playing with this dude because he has gold pick dodger." Look, if you are still getting chucked like on screens, like if you still falling down or you get stuck with Hall of Fame pick dodger, what's the point of having Hall of Fame pick dodger? You know what I'm saying? So I just go with gold pick dodger because, I mean, if it doesn't work at its best on Hall of Fame, then there's no point in putting it on Hall of Fame. So I put it on gold so I can have a few more badge points for badges like Tireless Defender. Speaking of things being slept on, Tireless Defender is one of the most slept on badges in the game. It definitely does help you play defense a lot better, because when you're going through those screens, you tend to lose a lot of stamina. But when you have that Tireless Defender, you're going through these screens back and forth. Like I said, man, I'm gonna show y'all some gameplay. It's gonna be from 2K20, but it's still like the same build that's basically here. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it is kind of nerfed. One thing that 2K has told the truth about this game is there is a skill gap. So some of the builds have been nerfed or they've been buffed. There are some builds like from last year that were really good that probably aren't the best this year. And there are some builds who were really terrible last year but are actually good this year now, like the facilitating finisher, the LeBron James build, aka Joe Noah's build. I mentioned this before, it was only able to get one defensive badge, but now it can get like 7 defensive badges. So yeah, that build definitely got a buff. I'm not gonna lie, I would kind of say that this build has kind of gotten a nerf. As a matter of fact, the two-way through-level facilitator, it doesn't even exist in this game, I don't think, because it doesn't give you that title anymore. I don't know if anybody else has actually made a build where you get that title, but I literally do the same thing that I did for the build last year, and I get a completely different title, but it's still a really good build. So basically, what you want to do is you want to max out the top 4, okay, and that'll give you 6 finishing badges. And then you want to max out the top 3. No, just put this at 67, and you'll get 12 shooting badges. You want to max out these 2, and then you want to put the rest for defensive, and that's going to give you 20. And you'll have like 2 points left. No matter what you put it on any of the categories, nothing's going to go up. So you can just either put it on offensive or interior. I'm just going to put it on an offensive. Now, here's the difference about this build. So last year I was able to get 6 finishing, but I had 16 shooting, and then I had 12 playmaking. Now I only have 12 shooting and 10 playmaking. But it's not really a big deal, because you don't need all those extra badge points, especially now that quick draw is out of the game. As soon as you start playing My Career, you can make a jump shot however you want, put the speed up wherever you want. You don't need to play your career for a certain amount of time to unlock the jump shot creator. You don't need quick draw to give you the speed of your jump shot. No, you can, like, you have your badge points to actually put them on more useful badges. But for me, the only badge that I really need is Range Extender, Green Machine, and Hosel Hunter. Those are the only badges I use. I don't put them on Hall of Fame, so maybe I'll have like a few more badges left over to use, like, I don't know, Tireless Defender, Catch and Shoot, something like that. But yeah, you don't need all those badge points because quick draw is gone. So you have more badge points that you can use. So with that being said, like I said last year, this build was able to get 16, it only gets 12, it's not that bad. And it has, it was able to get 12 playmaking, now it gets 10. which still isn't a big deal because all you need, this isn't like a playmaking build. So if you're gonna be ISOing on this build, all you really need is quick first step, handles for days, and bailout. And that's what I use with this build. Those are just the simple badges I use for this build. Just those 3 badges right there. So this is basically what you want to do. Or if you don't really care about the finishing, I'm not sure if you change it. Like if you take this off, I don't know, you put it to your shooting or your playmaking or whatever. I'm not sure if it'll give you a different name. Like I said, you don't get the 2-way 3-level facilitator title anyway, but the point is to like remake it as it was last year, which is what I'm trying to do here. So let me see what happens. Okay. Put that 12. Put that back to 6. Okay, yeah, so this is basically how it was. I'm just missing like 4 badge points from last year. And what I did here was body shape doesn't matter. I just like to go slight, because when people see how skinny I am, they just think like, oh, he's a baby, do whatever you want. No, that's not the case. I'd like to go a slight. Your body shape, it does not matter, but I like to do this just to troll people. So I'll go slight, and what I did was I put it at 6'5", and then you want to go at least 178. And so like I said, and also last year my wingspan was minimum wingspan. That was the only way to get that title, to get the 2-way 3-level facilitator title. You have to go minimum wingspan. And I think at 97 overall, I had an 80 ball handle. So I wasn't able to speed boost off rip, but I was still able to get those pro dribble moves. I believe they say this year it's just the same as last year. For the playmaking, you need at least a 70 ball handle in order to get the pro dribble moves, and an 86 to actually speed boost off the rip. So with that being said, you won't be able to speed boost off the rip, but as you go further and further into the game, like as far as scoring, getting assists, your player will start moving a lot faster. And when you get your takeover, like if you go with the playmaking takeover, you get +10 to your playmaking. So you're gonna be able to speed boost, like you're gonna be like Lightning McQueen basically. So yeah, I did the minimum wingspan. That's what I did for this build, and I went with the playmaking takeover. If you're gonna be ISO on this build, it probably is best to go with this takeover, so like you can, you'll be much faster. I don't know, do a momentum to the left, to the right, get open, and you shoot. You're moving that fast, you'll be able to get open a lot quicker. So yeah, if you want to go with the playmaking takeover, you can definitely do that. That's what I did. And here you go. It says 2-way sharpshooters. Like I said, I believe the 2-way 3-level facilitator no longer exists. Maybe there's a way to actually still get that title. I'm not entirely sure. But this is literally what I did last year. The only difference is I'm missing like 4 badge points. And yeah, they just gave me this title instead of the 2-way 3-level facilitator. It was the most slept on build. Like I said, I'm going to show you guys some clips, okay? Because even though this build has minimum wingspan, it does not mean that this build can't play any defense. It's incredible for what this build can do. So without further ado, I'm going to stop talking now, and I'm going to just show you guys the gameplay from last year on how incredible this build was. Alright, y'all. So what we're going to have here, I'm going to show you guys just 2 gameplays. I did have a couple more, but I just don't want to make the video too long. But anyway, as you guys can see here, look, I'm going up against a legend, okay? Basically, what I'm going to be showing you guys is just my defensive plays and my offensive plays, the best defense that I played and what I really did on offense. I just want you guys to see that so you guys can stop sleeping on this build. Like I said, this is a really underrated build. It's not the 2-way 3-level facilitator. I mean, it's the exact same kind of build. The only thing is, you just don't get that title. I'm not sure that title exists anymore. But just from looking at it, like the way I made it, what you guys saw, it's still pretty much the same. The only difference is I don't have 16 shooting badges and I didn't have 12 playmaking. And I mentioned already that's not bad at all, because you don't need that many shooting badges anymore, because quick draw is out of here, and all you need is like quick first step and handles for days for playmaking. So it's not that bad either. So yeah, man, I've been using this build a lot. It's like I said, it's really underrated. Nobody really believes that this build can actually play defense. So basically, I'm going to be guarding somebody who's ISOing, and this is a legend two-way finisher. He's ISOing the whole time. And next gameplay, you guys are going to see that I'm guarding a type of style where people are using screens. So I want you guys to understand that this build is really good on defense for guarding whoever's ISOing, whoever's using screens. Doesn't matter what they're doing. This build is going to do its job to play the best defense that you wanted to play. So, so yeah, this is the first gameplay, man. This actually was like yesterday. We were just going on the street. And yeah, like I said, I don't play Park, I play Anya. I want people to know that I am identified as comp. I don't care who you are, bro. I'm gonna face you like this dude right here, legend 2A finisher. I don't care. You can see from the clips, this dude couldn't guard me. And he was trying everything in his power to do whatever he could, but he couldn't do it. As you guys can see, look at that. Get a nice little block. And I believe my block on here was like pretty low, but because I have rim protector, I think I had it on like bronze or silver. No, I can't really remember, but because I got rim protector, it helps me get a lot more blocks. So even though I got some really short arms, that does not mean that you will not get, like blocks. You got chase down artists, you got rim protector, you are going to get blocks. That low block rating it doesn't matter. You're going to get blocks, I promise you. This build, it has a defending pie chart. It's meant to play defense. It's going to happen. I think you guys saw here earlier when I was making the build, it did have a low block. I think it was like a 50 something, can't remember. But like I said, just because it's low, as long as you got rim protector, chest and orange, you still gonna get those blocks. It's gonna help you out a lot. Y'all gotta stop seeing on this build. If you're an ISO player who also wants to play pretty good defense, you should definitely use this build, because I don't know any other build that's gonna be playing like it's gonna have Hall of Fame badges. It can still ISO. This is the best build that you can make. To actually get Hall of Fame defensive badges and still play pretty good Hall of Fame shooting and defensive and still play pretty good defense. So I'm really hyped for next year. I want to be able to use this build. Maybe I want to be able to use this build again, because it is a really good build, man. People sleep on it. Like I said, the dude, he underestimated me because I had gold pick dodger, as you guys can see there, just popped up. But look what it's doing. Look what gold pick dodger is doing. Okay, like I mentioned, if you are still getting stuck on screens with Hall of Fame pick dodger, there's no point. There's no point of getting a Hall of Fame pick dodger if you're still getting stuck on screens. So I just get it on silver. I get it on gold. As you guys can see here in this gameplay, this dude is he's trying to use the screens to his advantage. But I'm still clamping him up. The only reason why they're scoring is because he passes it to the center. That's his bailout, and they get a score. But I'm still playing the best defense, as you guys can see. He's trying everything in his power to get around me, but he can't, man. Like, this build has really short arms. He's super skinny. And you guys can see I chose a slight body shape. Like I said, I want to troll people. They're underestimating me, man. But he can still play pretty good defense, okay? So, you guys, I don't know what build y'all are making next year. If you already figured out what build you want to make. If you haven't, you should definitely make this build. It's pretty fast. Like I said, you won't be able to speed boost off the rip. But as you are playing in the game, as long as you keep scoring and getting assists, your player will start getting faster and faster. You guys can see I don't even have my takeover. I'm going to start doing a few dribble moves in a little bit. But he's still fast. Now, I'm not sure how the dribbling is going to be next year, but I know that, with this Allen Iverson package, it was definitely useful. It helped me. I can't speed boost, but it definitely makes me fast. You got to get the momentum going, and you'll just start, your player will start going faster and faster each time. But yeah, man, this build is really unstoppable. I'm definitely gonna make this build next year, or maybe something similar. I'm not quite sure. I really want that two-way through level facilitator title, but you just get the two-way sharpshooter title. Not sure if it's gonna be the same, but either way, I want to be able to have a build like this that can have Hall of Fame defensive and shooting, and still be able to ISO. Like I said, 2K. They're really serious about the about the tendencies, about the skill breaks, the skill gaps in this game. Like I said, there are some builds who were good last year but aren't as good this year because there's a big skill gap. And this build, it kind of does have a little bit of that skill gap because I was able to get a 80 ball handle. I think now it's 76. But I know once I hit 99 overall, I'll be able to get that 80 ball handle. And of course, when I get my takeover, I'm basically like Lightning McQueen at defending. and it's really broken. It's not fair. No defending, and a build with the defending and shooting pie chart, they shouldn't be able to speed boost. But because, you know, this game is just so broken, you know, I do it anyway. So I know I broke the game with this build. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you guys. 2K21 is right around the corner. Can't wait to show you guys some more footage. Look at the point guard. He's 50, bro. 2 for 4. Playing good defense, man. I gotta stop sleeping on this build. Anyway, man, I really appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll talk to y'all later.